It is not true. That is not a correct narrative. Whoever said that is not true, and I'm not sure the monarch would have said that. MOWAA is not my own.
The undiluted truth about MOWAA.
Your Excellency, one of the areas that I want us to touch on this MOWAA, Your Excellency, is the narrative out there that the plan for MOWAA was originally Benin Royal Museum. That you changed it from Benin Royal Museum to Edo Museum of West Africa at MOWAA. Later, you removed the E. Now, what we have is Museum of West Africa Act. Yes, can you clear this part? Because this is where our people are really getting sentimental. Like, yeah, you said you were going to build museum for Oba, you not build. You said you want to build Edo Museum, you not build. Now you can't turn out to private museum. That you took what is supposed to be Oba to build for Oba to build a private museum.
Well, first and foremost, I think it is wrong. Very, very wrong. And the role of Edo State, the government under my watch, was clear. There are certain things we said we would do, and there's a certain way we did the things we said we would do. Building museum is not a priority for the state government. I cannot take money to build schools, to educate children to go and build museum. What I will do is to use that money, create an environment, and those people who know how to build museums, who can raise money to build museums, I will collaborate with them to build the museums in my place, right? Yes. MOWAA, for instance. MOWAA has raised over how much? 30 million euros. Does Edo still have that kind of money to put a museum? So why would I say I want to go and build a museum? If I have that kind of money, I won't use it to build museums. I'll use it to build schools. I'll use it to build technical colleges. But if someone says, look, I can raise this amount of money, but we want you to show that you are going to support, that you will support this initiative. Give us land. Give us a supportive environment. Put some small counterpart money to show an interest so that tomorrow if it come, it's not only our money that will, as if they knew this kind of thing will happen. We do that. The National Museum, even the federal government this state government, did they not take money to go and support UBTH? Is it not a federal institution? Did they own it? Did they change the name?
No.
I mean, so when people talk like that, it's just nonsense. It's absolute ignorance. At no point in time did we say that. We carried the palace along. And then we say, look, we will have more say. If we have something which represents the federal government, state government, and the palace, they see us as united to, as we're dealing with these Oyibo people, they will see us as one. And they won't have any excuse. And these Oyibo, they try to play divide and rule. Many of them don't want to return these items. So they will be looking for cracks. And I knew this. That's why I said, look, let's all come together. Let's set up a trust. Let the National Museum be there, Edo State government, and the palace. That's what we started with. We said, palace, please give us a nominee, give us a trustee. Government will put a trustee. National Museum put a trustee. You foreign museums, bring your trustees. That's what we had. I suggested the Crown Prince, gave him a letter. He took it to his father. His father gave him his blessings, and he became a trustee of the trust.
Just please, 1 second, sir. 1 second, sir, because listening to our monarch, the Oba of Benin, he actually lambasted the song, like that.
I don't want to get into that. I'm going to tell you what I know.
No, I'm going somewhere. And this part is very, very. You need to clear this part. He said,
yes.
You brought a letter. That the song was excited. That you brought a letter. That you actually wanted him to sign the letter so you can have the artifact.
No, it is not true. That is not a correct narrative. Whoever said that is not true, and I'm not sure the monarch would have said that. Because what happened is, we had to set up a non-charitable trust When you are dealing with foreigners, they're going to be putting money. They want to see transparency. They want to see, understand, this is donations, but they just want to make sure that they can see through the money they brought in. And say, fine, we will also show them that we are straightforward and open people. So we will, yes, we will join you and set up this trust. And say, okay, when you set up a trust, you have trustees.
Yes.
Right? It's okay. Federal government, please nominate a trustee. State government, nominate a trustee. Palace, nominate a trustee. You foreign donors, nominate trustees. That was at that point. She wrote. I said, okay. Being a young, very intelligent man who can quite represent, let the crown prince represent. He will be the trustee from the palace, and give him a letter. Appoint him as I gave him a letter suggesting him as trustee, and if there was no objection. There was absolutely no objection to become a trustee. That's all. And there was, this was just a trust for setting up this institution.
Mm.
And so at the point, when at a certain point, all this misinformation, I would just call it misinformation, became so high. And when the young man, we all went to Germany, to the Humboldt Museum. That was where this whole thing had hit its peak. And I don't know what happened internally. And the monarch was not happy. But we've tried to appeal to say, look, this is what it is. And they then said, no, they didn't want to be part of that trust. I said, okay. If you don't want to be part of that trust, what do you want? He wants to have his own royal museum. I said, no problem. We will support. The more the merrier. And I understand that he then acquired land opposite the palace.
Yes, remember.
And we then said, we will contribute. A committee was set up. And it's very intriguing because I've not heard from any member of that committee. Their meetings, what they decided, how they decided, what the cost of the museum was going to be, the plans, the drawings, because before we even gave the approval of land or support to MOWAA, we demanded for all of these documents. MOWAA is not my own. Just like many of the other things we invested in are not ours. But as long as it was going to be bringing good to Edo State and supporting and growing the economy of Edo State, it was incumbent that the government should support them. Government money alone cannot develop the states. In every part, government money is just a lever, just what you use to leverage monies from the citizens. Government does not have more money than the people.
Just let's see. At what point did it change from a MOWAA to MOWAA, and why?
As far as I'm concerned, I am not on the trust of the. I'm not a trustee of MOWAA, right? My role as government is to support institutions. What they call it, whether it is MOWAA or something else. What is my business about that? Is it my own? That's their own internal decision. If you say, okay, it is Royal Museum today, or no, it is now Oba Museum tomorrow, what is my own? Whatever you call your big, important thing is the objective. You say this is what you want to do, and we agree with it, and we'll support you. Yes, when they said to me, oh, they wanted a museum of West African arts, because I understand. I thought it was great because the Benin Empire was, expanded. It was not only Benin City, it sprawled through to as far as Ghana, to modern day Ghana. And for me, if you think about it from a marketing standpoint, globally, it makes sense. Someone in America, someone in Australia, who understand that, oh wow, there's this museum that represents West Africa in a place called Benin City, right? So it makes sense to me that, look, wait a minute, rather than being small and just constraining ourselves to one, to Edo or Benin, make it look expansive so that you can attract more interest, attract more resources to it. Is it not? The important thing is that it is located in Edo State.
In Edo State.
The benefits are going to be enjoyed most by Edo people. So whether you call it the MOWAA or MOWAA, what difference does it make?
Just let's see. Can you just take us maybe in few minutes the what Edo people stand to gain? Because what these opposition guys are trying to do, I think the only ministry or department the current government is funding in Edo today is communication, social media to misinform the people. I don't hear much about education, agriculture, health, power. What they just do every day is media and buying of vehicles that they don't need. They are not saying that our land, the land is worth 11 billion. Our money, not be Edo people get down. Not be Edo people get down. Just let's see. What is the benefit of Edo's? Not Benin. Edonia and the three senatorial districts. What is our benefit in this massive investment?
First, that somebody in the world will take almost 30, in fact, going to about $50 million and bring and come and invest in your land. How many people, how many states, how many communities can attract that kind of investment in Nigeria today? With that investment being there, our plan, if you look at the strategic plan, we expect if you as Edo have 500,000 people, just even start 100,000 people every year that just come to say they're coming to come and see this museum, see what is there, participate, and each of them spends 10,000 or 100,000 naira. How much is that?
That's huge.
They will come. Will they not eat?
Yes, sir.
Will they bring their food?
No.
Will they not stay in hotels?
Yes, sir.
Will they not go around and spend money and buy things?
Yes.
Just take this event that these hoodlums went to disrupt. I understand that almost every hotel room in Benin City was booked for that event.
Right.
How much would they have earned for just that weekend alone? All the taxi drivers, Uber drivers, Eagle Streets art makers, cafes, restaurants,
boutiques.
See,
so they will need clothes.
They will need clothes. See how much that would have come in just one weekend. Then they would have gone, told their friends. See, that is how it would have started building up. So that you don't have another economy that is not dependent on oil allocation from Abuja. That is, the money they will come and spend, the tax you will receive, will be local revenue. Do you know how many countries in this world depend on just tourism revenue? Why can this? How does it happen? This is one of the things that could lead to that. We're looking for jobs. When they come in, you have young men and women going around showing people things. Look at the injection into your economy, and that original capital is not even your money. I think we're more than this. We should have advanced beyond where we are now. This is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable that even any Sanado person can open their mouth to justify what happened last weekend. I'm ashamed. Honestly, thoroughly ashamed. It's not the state I left behind.
Oh, yes, Essie, thank you very much.